Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, a big announcement from Lincoln Public Schools in response to rising COVID cases. Plus, a mask mandate will be going into effect for Lancaster County. We'll have the details on that as well. But first tonight, winter weather making our evening commute a little messy tonight. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. Rod has the night off. A wintry mix hitting the capital city and surrounding areas and bringing with it some colder temperatures. So let's check in with Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer here off the top for the very latest. John?
Yeah, Megan, yesterday we had suggested we thought there would be a messy commute for this evening, and that has definitely been the case. We had the rains changing over to snow, at least in the Lincoln area, a little before 4 o'clock, and it really started coming down at times. I want to take you down to Beatrice, where we've seen that changeover also happen. This is a live look right now from Schoen's Roofing, looking back off to the west. Roads are wet along South 6th and Perkins Street, but you can see the snow is falling there, and we've got some snow that is accumulated on grassy surfaces. Here's a look right now from I-80 at the 14-mile marker near Greenwood, north and east of Lincoln, and you can see visibilities are being reduced to the snow that is blowing out in the distance. And here's a live look right now from our camera at Allo Communications at South 21st Street and L Street in the capital city, and you can see the state capitol is off in the distance, but it's not as clear as it usually is as that snow continues to fall, but you can see roads look to be on the wet side right now around the city. Visibilities are being reduced due to the snow, down to quarter-mile visibility in Lincoln as of 5 o'clock. It's now down to 3/4-mile visibility in Beatrice. Here's what it looks like on radar right now, with mainly all snow falling over the top of Lincoln. The heaviest bands are now beginning to move off to the east towards Waverly, down towards Bennett and Saltillo, as well as over towards Eagle. Here's the bigger picture showing you some of you not seeing any snow at all. For instance, out towards the Tri-Cities and even up towards Columbus, but heavier snow falling up towards the Omaha area, also down towards Hebron and Fairbury as of this hour. Now, here's how much snow we are still expecting. Somewhere in the 1 to 3 inch amount, not out of the question in Lincoln, as we'll see more snow coming in later tonight. Temperatures right now sitting in the 20s and 30s. We've cooled off a lot. Winds are picking up, gusting 30 to 45 miles per hour, giving us wind chills in the teens to low 20s. For the rest of this evening, temperatures will continue to tumble. 33 by 8, 27 degrees by 10 o'clock. How much longer the snow sticks around, plus a cold start to the weekend, that's coming up in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
All right, thank you very much, John. And now we're going to talk to meteorologist Malcolm Byron. He's at 14th and Superior, that's in North Lincoln, with a live report on conditions for us. Malcolm?
Well, hey there, Megan. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm really glad it is not raining and really cold. I'll tell you what, that would just feel quite punishing. So it always feels a little bit better when there's actually some snow and it is cold. But I'll tell you what, the one thing that's making this feel pretty bad is the wind right now. Wind is really starting to pick up, and that is going to continue to be the case as we go throughout the evening hours. Now, we are starting to see some accumulations, especially on grassy surfaces and the sidewalks here. Let's take a look at the sidewalk just around me here. You can see just a little bit of a dusting right there. So becoming I'd say a coating or two, becoming a little bit slushy, so if you've got to walk on a sidewalk, just be a little bit careful out there. As far as road conditions go right now, it's mostly just wet roadways. In some spots, we are looking at a little bit of slush in some areas, but for the most part, the road conditions aren't looking too bad at this particular point in time. Now, just keep in mind that the roads will be wet this evening, and as temperatures cool down as we go into the overnight hours, we may be dealing with the flash freeze scenario, so just bottom line, take it easy out there on the roads this morning. We'll send it back to you over in the studio.
Malcolm, thank you very much, and John, we'll check back in with you again soon here. Now in other news, big news today from Lincoln Public Schools. It's changing its schedule for the next 3 weeks due to staffing issues because of rising COVID cases. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez tells us what parents of students at LPS need to be prepared for.
Lincoln Public Schools is struggling to find substitute teachers. The district says on some days 41% of the classes could not be covered by subs and other staff had to fill in. Now their response is COVID Response Fridays, where for the next 3 Fridays, students will not be going to school.
Lincoln, our schools and our hospitals are in crisis.
So this is impacting Lincoln Public Schools in a way we've never been impacted before.
This change is mainly to help with a staffing shortage in every school.
I think they're tired. I think they're fatigued. I think it's just, everybody has to dig deep down and say, we have to push through this. Our community needs us. Our students need us.
Superintendent Steve Joel made clear this is not a day off for teachers, but a day for them and students to catch up.
In addition, this will create an opportunity for students who are home due to illness to receive additional support from teachers on those Fridays. This will allow staff to recoup valuable planning time that they've consistently been losing due to having to cover classes Monday through Thursday.
LPS is seeing absences in every area, not just from teachers.
We're experiencing challenges at every position: teachers, paraeducators, nurses, counselors, social workers, psychologists, transportation personnel, nutrition services, custodial, office support staff, administrators, campus security, and all of the other support positions that help run a school safely and a district safely.
Having students stay home during the week causes stress for some families. Jonalyn told us on Facebook, single parents and remote learning is not something that is possible for a lot of people. I'm just in a position where remote will not work at all, and I will be out of work. Then what? And Alicia says, I absolutely love it. More time with my kids.
No, we didn't anticipate this. We expected this to be a normal year. I mean,
Joel says this wasn't an easy decision, but they need to do what they can to keep students in school.
No secret to anybody listening to this webinar, there's several thousand schools that are closed across the country that have not been able to keep their schools open. We have, and that of course, means that we're going to have to address the kinds of things that we're addressing right now.
Superintendent Steve Joel mentioned that they're working with the public health department to get COVID tests on campus for nurses to use. He also mentioned teachers are practicing with their students in case they do have to go 100% virtual. Reporting in Lincoln, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
Thank you very much, Ariana. And it's not just schools struggling right now. Hospitals are in crisis because of the surge in cases. So the mask mandate for Lancaster County is coming back. Starting Saturday, face masks are now required again indoors. The local situation has moved beyond severe to extreme risk, according to our local health officials. The number of hospitalizations has been at red, which is the highest level for 3 consecutive weeks. The surge in cases still threatening our healthcare system.
The hospitals are really full. The COVID cases are way too high. And it's up to us to do the right thing right now.
Dr. Avery says he fully supports the mask mandate. This mandate will stay in effect until February 11th. And UNL seeing a large uptick in cases as well, with about 400 since Monday and a positivity rate of over 20%. And the spring semester is supposed to start next Tuesday following the holiday weekend. Governor Ricketts also announcing today a new directed health measure. It suspends pre-scheduled and non-scheduled medical surgeries at the Nebraska Medical Center after they decided to operate under crisis standards yesterday. That DHM will remain in place through February 13th. And we all know COVID has impacted our lives in many ways, but one some people may not think about is dental health. Over the past year, the American Academy for Pediatric Dentistry has seen a spike in patients coming in with cavities. Here in Lincoln, dentists are seeing similar issues. One local dentist tells us that they think the main reason for a rise in cavities is the lack of structure, and being at school has meant kids are snacking on more unhealthy foods.
Just to make sure that you're not snacking differently or more often on carbohydrates, candies, juices, pops, Gatorades, things that are going to raise the cavity risk. Basically, like I said, your mouth gets acidic, and therefore, if your mouth is always acidic, then your teeth break down.
And sorry, I meant to say not being at school has meant kids are snacking on more unhealthy foods. Dr. Stark also recommends snacking on more vegetables, and fruits are okay, but some are still high in sugar. She also recommends chewing sugar-free gum to help remove food, and of course, brush your teeth in the morning and before bed. Nationally, federal resources being sent across the country as the Omicron variant surges coast to coast, overwhelming many hospitals. But there are signs of hope, with the variant potentially already peaking in some areas. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
As the Omicron variant tears through the U.S., healthcare workers are sounding the alarm as some hospitals fill up again.
We have never had this many COVID patients in the hospital at any point in the pandemic.
The governor of Wisconsin calling in the National Guard to help with nurse staffing shortages as patients stream in.
We've all seen the tragic story of individuals who need urgent care or treatment, whether COVID or not, but can't get it because our hospitals are full. We're estimating the first round of staffing relief will allow skilled nursing facilities to open up 200 or more beds.
And starting next week, 1,000 military medical specialists will also lend a hand. The White House sending them to overwhelmed facilities in 6 hard-hit states.
We are looking at 45 days of total support, and that has a much more meaningful impact.
Some waiting hours to get tested for the virus. Officials in Utah changing their guidelines, urging symptomatic people to just stay home for 5 days instead of getting tested. But health experts say the surge could be peaking or nearing a peak in some states. In California, authorities seeing COVID traces in wastewater potentially going down.
We're cautiously optimistic that we'll see that in our clinical cases.
I think this is an extremely promising sign.
The White House says the administration has a stockpile of more than 750 million high-quality masks like the N95 available, but it's still unclear how and when Americans can actually get their hands on them. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
And before we head to break, here's a live look at 14th and Superior here in North Lincoln. You can kind of see what driving conditions look like right now with the wintry mix moving in. We'll be right back with your full forecast after the break. The president and vice president are continuing their efforts to gain enough support in the Senate to pass new voter protections. ABC's Ike Jachi is in Washington with the latest.
It's a major blow for protecting the right to vote for millions of Americans. Shortly before President Biden was scheduled to arrive on Capitol Hill to speak to Senate Democrats about changing the filibuster, Kyrsten Sinema delivered a speech on the Senate floor repeating her opposition to amending the rule.
I will not support separate actions that worsen the underlying disease of division infecting our country.
President Biden emerging from the meeting, sounding somewhat somber.
I hope we can get this done. The honest to God answer is, I don't know whether we can get this done.
Democrats say new protections are needed at the ballot box because 19 states have passed laws restricting voting rights in the wake of former President Trump's lies about there being widespread election fraud.
This is a defining moral moment. It is the most important thing we can do this Congress.
Last night, Biden holding a private meeting at the White House with Senators Sinema and Joe Manchin, another conservative Democrat opposed to changing the filibuster rule. The White House describing this second meeting as a candid and respectful exchange about views on voting rights, but no mention of a deal. For now, the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act are scheduled to be debated Tuesday, but without a change to the filibuster. Democrats don't have the 60 votes needed to end debate and move on to a vote. Still, the administration vowing to continue their fight for voting rights.
I will be continuing with extensive meetings and discussions about how we can see this through.
At the end of the day, President Biden is placing the blame on Republicans. All 50 GOP senators are united in opposition to passing voting rights laws. Biden accusing them of standing in the way of advancing civil rights. Ike Jachi, ABC News, Washington.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dissauer.
Remember those 50s and 60s we've had the last couple of days? Well, gone are those days. We're going to feel more like winter around here the next couple of days, and it's also looking like winter. This afternoon, we thought we would see rain coming in. That was the case. We thought we'd see it changing over to some snow. That is also the case. We take a live look right now from Honda of Lincoln on the southwest side of town, and you can see there is snow still coming down. You can see visibilities have been reduced somewhat as we got more clouds around, and also that snow helping reduce the visibilities. But you can also see on major thoroughfares, roads are mainly just wet right now. We'll take you now to a live look from Allo Communications. You can see the American flag blowing as winds are beginning to increase and snow is falling over downtown Lincoln. You can see the visibility of the state capitol is reduced slightly due to that snow that is blowing in the skies. And we'll take you to the north side of town at I-80 and 56th Street. As we look off to the west, again, visibility is being reduced due to snow blowing in the skies. Also, here's the view right now from Greenwood at I-80 and the 418-mile marker. A little more snow expected up towards the Greenwood area, and especially as you head towards Omaha as we go through the rest of this evening and for tomorrow morning. Radar imaging right now showing you actually things are beginning to get a little lull right now. So the intensity is not quite as high over this capital city. Maybe a bit more snow on the southeast side and also heading back in towards the airport. And you can see there's a very sharp cutoff from where there is precipitation falling and nothing at all. We've got snow in Beatrice, we've got snow falling in Fairbury, and likely just some flurries in Hebron, and nothing at all as you head out towards Hastings, Grand Island, as well as in Columbus right now. I want to show you the big picture because this is not the only bit of moisture that's going to come through. Look back towards Sioux Falls in South Dakota. That is the upper level portion of the weather system that's got to slide through here as we go through the overnight hours. So we may see a lull in the activity for this evening before the snow begins to pick back up later tonight. You'll see that reflected on Stormcast, suggesting still some snow flurries around the area early on this evening before that next band begins to move through the area. Now, the heaviest snows are still expected to fall along the Nebraska-Iowa state line and further eastward, where they could see upwards of 8 to 10 inches of snow in central Iowa. Now, we could also still get some heavier snow amounts, especially in the far southeast corner of the state, and that's where I think some of the heavier totals will fall. Still thinking we could see probably 1 to 2 inches of snow in the Lincoln area, maybe at most 3 inches, and then it drops off drastically as you go to the west. Seward likely under an inch of snow. Same story in Fairbury and Hebron, but you head down towards Falls City, and they could see upwards of 4 to 7 inches of snow, and Omaha right now is looking for anywhere between 3 to 6 inches. So with my freakout meter, you may remember this from last year. This is a way for me to give you an idea how bad the storm is going to be on a scale of 0 to 10. And then the descriptions around the outside is me just having a little fun and me saying how much you should freak out, which I don't think you should really freak out from storms at all. So this is a low 2 out of 10. Temperature-wise, we are dropping. Temperatures have dropped 15 to as much as 25 degrees from yesterday at this time period. Winds are beginning to pick up out of the north-northwest, gusting 30 to 45 miles per hour. Even some gusts to 52 in Hastings already reported this afternoon. That is giving us wind chill values in the teens to low 30s right now around southeast Nebraska. As we go through the rest of the evening, the winds will continue to blow out of the north, gusting at times to 40, maybe 45, 50 miles per hour as we go through the overnight. Now, once we get to tomorrow morning, those winds will begin to back off just a little bit, but we will still have wind chill values by tomorrow morning, bitterly cold. We'll be dropping below zero for the morning. Sunrise, we'll likely see wind chills anywhere from 8 below to as cold as 1 below through the morning hours. You'll see it reflected on Stormcast as we go through 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning with wind chills with a hyphen in front of it indicating temperatures below zero. Now, tonight, our temperatures will eventually drop down into the teens. For tomorrow, we'll see high temperatures rebounding back into the mid-20s. So it's going to be a very chilly day tomorrow. We'll have clouds in the morning, some sunshine returning by afternoon. Now, we start warming things up for the second half of the weekend, 45 degrees. In fact, look at Tuesday. We're back up to 56. But then another strong cold front comes through, only a high of 26 degrees, 30 degrees colder by Wednesday, 2 degrees below zero by Thursday. And then as we go to towards next weekend, some of the models suggesting we could see a couple clippers coming through here. That's something we'll monitor as we go through the next several days.
All right, thank you very much, John. A split day on Wall Street today, the Dow falling 202 points. NASDAQ up, though, about 87. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source. Finally tonight, a happy ending to a rescue situation in Seattle where a dog that was thought to be lost in a landslide incident was found safe and sound. Jeremy Roth has tonight's Take a Look at This.
A tense and emotional rescue unfolded in Seattle after a landslide partially collapsed a home, leaving a dog trapped inside for 6 days. Following the collapse, the dog was missing and presumed dead, until days later, someone heard a whimper from inside the home.
We got a little cry this morning.
Firefighters began searching, cutting through walls, while the owners waited anxiously outside. Then, hours into the search, came the news.
Got her? You get her? Yeah.
Oh my God. The black lab named Sammy was pulled from the home and brought down for an emotional reunion, thanks to a vigilant family that never lost hope and the brave responders who pulled off the rescue. You know, not all heroes wear capes. This one once wore a Minnesota Vikings uniform. Former NFL player Robert Blanton helped stop a carjacking that unfolded outside of this daycare in Edina, Minnesota. You can see a woman on the ground locked in a struggle.
As soon as I seen it, I just bolted out the door.
Blanton, who runs the facility with his wife, ran out and confronted the suspects who, after a tense struggle with the former strong safety, fled in the car, which was later found abandoned. Thankfully, no one was injured, and Bolton says it's not just because of him.
Definitely not a hero. I think the mom's a hero for fighting back and standing up for herself and, allowing time for someone to come and help.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
One more check of our weather tonight, John.
Yeah, we're still dealing with some snow showers around the area where the rain has changed over to pretty much all snow at this point. Now, when you look at radar, you're thinking, hey, this is almost over. That's not the case. We still got the upper level system that's up in South Dakota that's going to swing down through the state as we go through later tonight and through early tomorrow morning. I do think the snow comes to an end, though, by about 5 o'clock in the morning in the Lincoln area and by 6 o'clock down towards the Nebraska-Kansas state line. How much more snow are we talking? Well, I think a grand total, we're probably talking 1 to 2 in Lincoln. Heavier amounts as you go further east, 3 to 6 out towards Omaha, and lesser amounts further to the west. And watch out for the strong winds later on tonight.
All right. Thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us. Have a great night.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you, right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our life.
Closed captioning on Channel 8 Eyewitness News is brought to you by Christensen Hearing Adolescents.